Hey guys, in this tutorial I'm going to talk about JSON stringify, and I'm going to explain why this functionality is quite important to know and to understand, and that so many people underestimate the power of that, and not using the potential of this functionality. Like usually we utilize just around, like, I don't know, up to 30% of this functionality, which is, I mean, it's so underutilization. Let's jump into the example. Okay guys, let's first define an object. Let country equal to name. I'm going to define Australia because I'm living here. Population 25 mils, right? Around. From my knowledge, capital Canberra. Capital Canberra. And yeah. So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to show you console.log. I'm going to show you type of. Guys, previously I guess we didn't discuss, I vaguely mentioned this operator type of, right? But it's super useful, and for example here I'm just going to show you that the actual object, right? I mean, it's clearly object, but when you're using this operator, it's literally can show you, right, in any case, what kind of type of the variable, for instance. So you can see it's object, right? So why I'm doing that, now I'm going to stringify or transform this object to string, right? In order to do that, I'm going to say let string equal to JSON. It's a keyword, right? In order to work with JSON object, and stringify. And I'm going to pass actual name of the object, or actual object, right, to this function, to this method, sorry, because this is the method, right? Method of this object. So, and now I'm going to log out console.log. I'm going to log out this final result. And also, additionally to that, I'm going to show you that this is the actual string, right? And in order to show that, I'm going to use again type of operator, type of string. Okay, let's run it. Okay guys, let's see. So first it was object, right, when we define, which is clear, right? Then when I stringified, I assume that it's a string now, right? But in order to verify that the actual string, I'm also passing it to type of operator, or asking type of operator, is it really a string, or what kind of type it is? And it's telling me it's string. So essentially this one, it's not an object anymore. After stringification process, now it's a string. Okay guys, let's jump into another example. I'm going to do now, let's stick with the same object, but in this case I'm going to say function. I'm going to define a new function, and I will call it transform. I'm going to code here transform. Sorry, I guess not here, but yeah, let's do it here anyway. But we still need, I'm going to use again JSON stringify, and idea here is I'm still going to pass the actual object, right, that was created before. So guys, you can see the first argument of the stringify, I'm passing the actual object, right, the initial object. And transform, I'm defining a new function here. what I can do here, guys, if I just pass key and value, I'm essentially passing the key and value, or like each key and value of this object, right? So, and here what I can do, I mean, essentially you can come up with any logic, right? But it's really useful to come up with this kind of logic where you can filter stuff or transform stuff, right? You can use again type of operator, and you can say if value, for instance, equal to, let's say, number, and in this case it's just only one number, right? Which is population. So then I, for instance, can say return a number, right? So otherwise return the initial value, right? So, and yeah, now I would like const string, and just let's see what we're going to log out, right? What kind of result we will get. And I'm kind of guessing what we'll get, but I would like to show you guys that the actual the case. Okay, it's not exactly what I wanted. Return number, and I know why it's happening, because we need return statement here. And by the way, let's define semicolon. Okay, let's see, guys. So guys, idea here is when we call in this, first of all, we're passing this object, then we passing each key and value of the object to this function, and then we're saying if the type of the value is number, and in this case it's going to be only one value, right, which is 25, and the rest they're going to be strings, right? Then we're saying it's number, right? Or we assign this string to this population key, right? That's how it is. And we're not going to touch the rest of the keys and values. So, and as a result, we come up with the rest of the values and keys are the same, but population, instead of 25, which was initially a number, right? Now we're defining just string, and we call it number, right? Pretty cool, guys. So that's how you can transform stuff in, with the help of stringify, which is, yeah, again, pretty cool. So let's jump to another example. And in this example, there is not going to be many modifications. I'm just going to say if it's number, then return undefined. So, and what essentially will happen in this case? In this case, again, number is only population key, right? And I'm saying if this is a number, then please get rid of that, or return undefined. So essentially the final object going to contains two keys, name and capital, right? Let's see if it's the case, guys. Here we go, guys. Name, capital, right? We don't have population key anymore, right? Pretty cool stuff. So let's jump to another example, and it's going to be a final one. Also quite interesting. So I'm going to say, let's first delete this stuff. I'm going to stick with the same object as I did before, and I'm going to say const string equal to JSON dot stringify, of course. And again, I'm going to pass the actual object. And the second one, I'm going to say, first of all, I'm going to find this array, right? And for example, right, at the moment we have 3 keys, right? But what if you would like to reduce this object to 1 key, right? Or just filter just capital You can do it really easily, right? You can say capital. And by the way, guys, again, it's important to understand that the final result it's going to be a string, right? But again, you can reduce this keys to one key, right? You can filter stuff, you know, in string. That's the final idea. Console.log, and let's see what's going to be the result, right? Capital is not defined, right? Because guys, you know why it gave me this error? Because you have defined the actual name of the key, right? The key itself, it's just a name, right? It's not a value, essentially. So here we go, guys, capital number. So the final string, it just, you know, we filter the rest of the values, pairs of values for keys, right? And we filter in this part based on key name, right? And that's how you're doing this stuff, guys. Guys, I covered everything that I was planning to cover in this tutorial. I think and I hope that it was really helpful for you guys. And just play around with that. You know, in case of this functionality, I believe it's all about playing around and come up with your own ideas, solutions, because, you know, you can come up with different logic how you can filter stuff out, or you would like to hide stuff, or like whatever you would like to do. But again, this stringify functionality, it's highly underestimated, you know, the possibilities of utilization of that. Yeah, thank you very much, guys, and please like this tutorial if you like this video. Please subscribe, guys, if you haven't subscribed yet, and see you guys in the next tutorial. Goodbye.